guys. I'm just waiting on Justin. He just got home. Let's see. Sorry guys, I need to move you for a minute. Hi. Linda. Yeah, I don't have my glasses on. I told him 7:30, so I just have to wait a couple seconds. We'll wait for people to travel on in too, so. Some of these questions are kind of funny. It's kind of comical. Thank you, Julie. Almost had to cancel, so I'm glad it went through. I'm gonna redo this and kind of, these are itchy. And we're gonna share. Let's see. It is whatever it is. Oops. Oh, you're welcome, Sharon. Okay, guys. Kelly is sharing everything. And I think Justin might be in the bathroom, so I'm gonna wait on him. Let me go get him because we're running out of time. Bathroom he was. Yeah, we still have packages going out. I got scatterbrained yesterday and today and forgot the shipping labels here at the house. So some of your orders are going to be a little late. A little bit late.
Be there in 1 minute.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Welcome, Teresa. He is showing up in a couple seconds. He's probably grabbing a drink. No, he's not, Claudia. Don't take him seriously. He's hysterical. He's gonna answer the questions that you guys proposed to him.
Is this my seat?
This is your seat. Welcome. There you go, honey. Here's your questions.
Oh, okay, here they are. Okay.
Kind of bright. There we go.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
What?
Something attacked me.
Are you gonna say them out loud?
Justin, there are many reasons to love Christina. What do you love the most?
Good luck.
All of it. I don't know. All of it. That's it. The most.
There's not one thing?
Not one certain thing. No, all of it.
Okay. Here, I'll scroll up.
Yeah. What galactic being are you? I don't know what that means. I really don't. What does that mean?
It means I'm not from here, so where are you from? But you don't know that.
I have no idea.
All right. Well,
Justin, living with Christina, have you ever experienced
seeing,
seeing?
or hearing? Do you want me to read it for you?
I'm reading it.
Okay.
You were reading out loud. Aloud. As I was reading aloud. Hearing a spirit. Feeling or hearing a spirit. P.S. I love picture you too. Thank you. Yeah.
You should tell him about the fridge.
The fridge. Okay, so my cousin Michael died. He was my age.
Gnats.
What is going on?
I don't know. There's a lot of gnats.
So my cousin had just passed away. We were pretty good friends, you know. And then I brought a 6-pack of bottled beer home, put it in the fridge.
Half of it.
When I went to put something else in the fridge that I had bought that day, it was thrown at my chest and 3 of the bottles broke. So I don't know what else to say. It was horrible. So I had to clean up
Glass.
3
Gnats.
3 12-ounce bottles of beer broke on the floor, hardwood floor. Cleaned all that up and everything, and then 2 other things happened that day. I was bringing the kitty litter down to dump it in the trash can. It was a full box, so I was just going to dump the whole thing and refill it with fresh litter. And I went to the back door, and I was almost out the back door, and the whole bottom broke out. This was a brand new Tupperware kitty litter thing. Exploded from the bottom. And then when I was cleaning it up with a broom and a dustpan, the broom broke. And that son of a bitch cannot stop playing pranks on me. All right, so that was that. Hey, Justin, is it hotter in the summer than it is in the attic? Think about it.
It's Valerie, my sister.
Sideways smiley face. In the summer.
Justin rocks. That's from Patty. Amanda Brandel wants to know, why are your eyes so beautiful?
Because I have deep Irish roots from it's just good genes.
Okay, Justin, if Batman is a bat and Spider-Man is a spider, what would that make you?
Spider-Man. Wait, go back, wait.
If Batman is a bat and Spider-Man is a spider, what would that make you?
Justin, man.
Callie Colin, Justin, do you and Christina meditate together? Good luck making this man meditate. Are you into crystals? If so, do you have your own?
I'm into cleaning around the crystals. No,
And are you in awe as we are with Christina's gifts?
I am in awe all the time. Wait a minute. No, I don't meditate. Well.
You do?
Sometimes I stare off and I try to get my shit together. Yes.
Justin, what's your go-to crystal when it comes to any problem and why? You don't get into crystals.
It's I'm not
Like I
a
did.
crystal.
I just practically shoved them up his ass. Here, use this. What's the hardest thing about living with Christina and her gifts? Oh, God. And what's the best part?
What's the hardest thing?
Yes.
Trying to understand it. The best part is we're happy.
Yeah.
We're happy. She has crystals everywhere. Hey, great.
Where do real men put their crystals? And this is a guy asking you.
Oh, what you do, you get boxer briefs and then you put it in your taint.
God. You two are perfect for each other. Justin, are you my brother? Amanda Brandel.
Amanda Brandel, you know I'm not your brother. I wish I was. Justin, can you and Christina go?
Oh, it's hard.
We don't really go out with other people.
No, we don't actually go out too much.
She works like about 90 hours a week, and I work swing shifts, so I'm like night shift, day shift, night shift, day shift. So we don't go out with other people. Some people come here and they might talk about crystals and this and that and the other, but it's usually like in our living room or around a fire or whatever out back.
We were at Missouri's wake and I got cornered a couple times, about 4 different times.
Yeah, and I aborted. I aborted the mission.
Justin, did you know Christina's gifts before you met her or after?
After.
Okay. If not, how did she tell you?
She told me politely and mildly, and then eased me into everything.
Yeah, it did. It took some time. Justin, do you think you could be a Jedi and not know it? I think you are. I even actually certified you as a Jedi, remember?
So the answer is yes.
Yes.
I am a Jedi.
When are you guys getting married? I'm gonna go over here.
As soon as possible, as soon as we have a break in our
Lives.
extremely busy lives.
You should do this with Eden as well. Oh, yeah.
X.
Justin, what is your divine gift? Humor.
Logic.
How do you enjoy life if you work that much? We just do. We find time. How do you handle energy vampires and how do you deal with negative energy?
Well, I want to go back to the last one.
Which one?
Because
your divine gift?
we have 10 solid hours a week where we can actually talk to each other and hang out and cuddle and watch a movie. We have Netflix, Hulu, and Prime Video. So
No TV for me. I don't like getting tainted.
tainted.
Okay, Rena Foster.
Rena Foster.
How do you handle energy vampires and how do you deal with negative energy?
I don't know what an energy vampire is.
It's when, okay, I'll give you an example.
Negative energy.
That's an energy vampire.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense.
How do you handle that?
How do I handle it?
You avoid it. I know you. You just walk away.
I want to say I walk away, but I don't. I'm always in it.
That's what
I,
makes you
honest to God,
good
I
person.
swear to God, all I do is work and sit at home, and I get sucked into the energy vampires constantly. And what I do is scratch my dog's belly, drink a beer, and watch Family Guy. Next question.
Have you guys had past lives together? I feel like my husband and I just wondering.
Christina says we do.
You
We do
dreamt of
all-
us in past lifetime.
Yeah.
The town hall meeting one, the dream of me and you being married, and we went to a town hall meeting back in the
Yeah.
1800s.
Yeah.
Yeah, you dream of our past lives. How did the whole Christina infusion of the old Christina and the Galactic Christina impact you? He wasn't a part of that. Okay, we're gonna pass that. Justin, what is the meaning of life?
What is the meaning of life?
Yeah.
To kill gnats. No, I think you should just get as much out of it as you can. Be as nice as you can to everyone, even if they're jackasses to you. Just be nice. That's it. Just be nice. And then I don't know.
Justin, are you a believer in what she does?
What am I called? A skeptic?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a skeptic. But I've seen some things that maybe I'm on the fence.
How would you...
I didn't even answer that last question, did I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
The meaning of life?
Mm-hmm. Is to learn from love. You got it right. You just put it in your own words. How would you stop the polar ice caps from melting?
Why would I want to stop that?
Okay, Mandy Roman said, Die Hard, a Christmas movie, true or false? And then Bethany said, ooh, that's a good question.
Bruce Willis was on his roast the other day, about a month ago, and said he wanted to completely set everybody straight and say, no, it is not a Christmas movie. And I disagree with the man that was in the movie. That is a Christmas movie. I watched it every Christmas from 88 on. That is a Christmas movie in my house.
Okay.
Twilight or Vampire Diaries? Next question.
What does this mean to have a vision like I was on it? Okay, you don't know that stuff. It's the same thing. Do you talk to your guides too?
I don't talk to my guides. I talk to myself on...
Which is your guides? They use your voice. So you talk to yourself a lot.
I talk to myself a lot when I'm out. I do like 5 hours of rounds at work where I'm just walking or driving, and I do talk to myself. And then there's an hour drive to work and from work. So, yeah.
This one's funny. Fran asks, so with spirits being around all the time, do you ever wonder if they are watching you at times that should be intimate, private? If so, what do you do?
I hope so. I want to put on a show. My friend John just died. I was just like, hey, yo, watch this.
All right, Tiffany.
Don't stare directly at the thing.
Oh, God. All right, Tiffany
I know
asks.
her.
Yeah. How difficult? Annie. She has our puppy. How difficult is it for you to have Christina's career affect your personal time and life together at the time? Between fans, messaging all the time, spirits constantly in her presence, and amount of time she spends at the office and online doing lives, teaching classes, and hosting a radio show, how do you deal with the detachment of her during these times that the spirit pulls her attention and focus away from you? It's a mouthful.
Exactly. There isn't any. I'm at work too. She's at work. When we're at home, we just take our time together, and we just get food, watch movies, or build a fire, and we just hang out. And then we just put both of. I don't really have a career, but she has a career, and then we hang out, and we try not to talk about it too much, and we just connect.
Yeah, he's my away
Yes,
time.
I am the away time.
Justin, what is the key to happiness?
It's what is it? Whatever you like. Whatever you're into, spend time with it.
Right, exactly. Interference. Is the Jedi Council similar to the Galactic Council? That'd be a question for me. It's got similarities, but not so much. What is it like living with someone that knows things before they even happen? That's happened before.
It's not any different. I don't know. It's. I feel like I'm not answering questions tonight.
You had a full week. We both had a full week. It's been rough. We lost our bestie.
Yeah, just
Shithead.
just FYI to everyone. I lost one of my best friends this week, and we put him to rest. And my grandma was in the ER, which I took her twice, but she was in 3 times in 4 days. So, and I work night shift, 2 12-hour shifts at night. So I might not be as funny as you're expecting. And to Karen, what's it like?
Just another day.
Just another day, yeah. I don't have...
Ooh.
I got nothing.
Melissa Rain, do spirits scare you and sneak up on you?
They haven't scared me, but...
You've had your freak out moments. Remember the night lights? I come home and you threw them all out because you said you were sick of seeing shadows going up and down the hallway when Vader and Maxie were in the bedroom with you.
Yeah.
Because they were motion detected. And you threw them all out. You're like,
Yeah,
I'm sick of seeing
yeah. The
shadows.
motion detection lights.
Night lights.
They were in the hallway and stuff. Not fun. Because I'd leave the door open so the dogs could come in and out and get out and get water and all that kind of stuff. And I disposed of them. Why do you guys act like they're not into spiritual things at first? Why do guys, Melissa Reed,
I know, it's just reading the same thing. That's so funny.
why do guys act like they're not into spiritual things?
At first. Yeah, Justin, why?
I still act like that.
Mm-hmm. But I know deep down you're
But they're...
thinking. You do think, though. Because I can sense it. But you just don't want to talk about it.
Men's brains are wired different than women's brains. I'm convinced of that 100%. We would like to rather be calloused to, like a callus on our brain, just not even think about things we can't control. It's a control thing. We don't want to be involved with anything we can't control.
Mm-hmm.
Next question.
Okay.
Miss Reem, again, can you tell me something unique about you and something cool about Christina? Everything is cool about Christina. Something unique about me.
I know one.
I was a paratrooper.
Oh, yeah, you were. 99 jumps. But I know something unique about you. You always seem to know when something's going on with me. Like if I don't feel pretty, you'll just say, you know, you look pretty today. I'm like, what is he, in my head? You do it often. Okay. Does it matter how big your crystal is? I knew you were going to do that.
That's what she said.
Oh, God. Okay, so that's just... Okay, Frankie D.
Frank.
Dear Way, I'm pretty sure I was Benito Mussolini in a past life. I'm very strong, handsome, powerful, charismatic, and Italian. Listen to this guy. And I think this...
That's my friend Frank.
And I think this explains why I'm so cursed. My question is this: do you think the sins from our past lives come back to haunt you in this life? I eagerly await your thoughtful response.
Frank, I love you to death, brother.
Wait, did I meet him?
Yeah.
Oh, I did?
He was just here not too long ago.
Oh, shit.
Damn, Frank. I for sure think if you were in a past life, you were definitely in the mafia. For sure.
That's hysterical.
He's setting me up here.
I know he is.
He's setting me up.
I know. I can tell.
Benita Mussolini? Not so much.
You don't see it?
Frank is one of those guys who, like,
What if he knew? What if I said he knew him in a past life? But
he
wasn't?
probably didn't know him, or, you know, if there's, yeah,
Like
sure.
he wasn't him, but he knew.
But Frank is extremely smart, charismatic. Yeah, I could definitely see it. He was in.
I like how he throws in handsome.
And handsome Frank. My handsome mother effer. Yeah.
Okay, Tiger, your friend.
What came first, chicken or the egg?
Tiger. He cracks me up. This would be a question he would give. I'm going to say the chicken, because the chicken gives birth to the egg.
Yeah, where'd the egg come from, Tiger?
Right?
Tiger, where'd the egg come from?
Divine Justin, what gifts do you have? And we just went over that. Okay, so you have more questions down here. Somewhere. I'll find it. Oh, wait, no, go back.
Oh, no.
Shoot.
Oh, no.
That part of the freaking Family Guy. I know. All right, now I gotta find it again. Okay, don't let me hit it.
That's what he said.
Okay, this one's for Justin.
Justine.
Justine, do you think Bigfoot really does exist?
No.
What if
kidding me?
What if I said he did in another realm and they have?
I know exactly what he is.
What is he?
There were apes, 10,000 years ago or whatever, that some of them made it into when people were alive.
Mm-hmm.
Year would that have been? 2000 BC? 3,000? Not 5,000 BC. Anyway, yeah. People saw gigantic apes that were 12 feet tall and all this blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's it. No, they don't still exist, no.
Do crystals still work if you treat them like dumb rocks, or do you have to pamper them like your firstborn?
I have no idea. You have to answer this one.
Well, you don't want to treat them like rocks, because that's just mean. That one's mine. Does Justin talk to his guide? She asked that one already. What's the remaster if I was a goddess? What do you think, Justin?
What's that last one with the Vatican?
Is the Vatican going to fall? Is Jesus still in physical form over there? Yes, he is. And it is going to fall. It's going to come crashing down. Honey, what do you think? Am I a goddess?
I saw a man brand aware.
If we get a Discord from someone toxic in our lives, can we develop another cord with that same person? I have to read these off the radio show though, so I don't want to answer them now.
Oh, sorry.
I'm waiting for you. Sorry. I'm waiting for your question. Justin, do you see spirits? You see them in shadow. Oh, no, you saw Jonathan up in the attic window, remember? When we were outside?
I have. Yeah. I have, yeah. It was definitive.
Do Do you think your loved ones get irritated when you don't see their signs?
I don't think they do, but they might.
That's a good one. Do you ever desire to step into Christina's mind?
Absolutely not.
I think they're gonna call me. Oh, maybe not. I don't know who that is.
Mandy Roman. AI is becoming more and more smart and human-like. If an AI can understand complex emotions today...
All right, radio show's starting.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, good.
All right. Hey there, buddy, you want to be part of the show tonight?
For a minute.
For a minute, all right, I like it. If you are going to be part of the show, slide on in. We only got like half your shot there. There you go. All right, I love it. Now, what's he going to do? Are you going to sing? Are you going to be singing on the show? Because if you are, I'm going to add reverb to your microphone. You know, a little echo as you sing. No? He's not buying any of that. He's like, just get the show started, dude. All right, good enough for me. Are we taking calls tonight?
No.
No. Okay,
Questions.
all right.
A lot of questions.
That sounds groovy to me. That makes everything so much easier. I love it. All right, well, good deal. Well, let me feed down some audio, too, and we'll get this thing rolling. Here we go.
You're listening to A1R Psychic
Come on,
Radio.
man. Where are you going?
He's sneaking away.
And watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television.
Bye, baby. I'll see you in a little bit.
Divine Medium with Christina Watts. Live from the DivineMedium.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, AskOneRadio.com or Move.
All right, you look and sound great. This is
Thank
going to be
you.
an awesome show. Get
Awesome.
ready. You are live now.
Hi, welcome to the Divine Medium presents Spirit Talk Live. Tonight we're going to take a lot of questions. There's over 100, so I know we're not going to get to all of everyone's questions, so we might pull some of those questions to next week. So tonight, Ray asks, do crystals still work if you treat them like dumb rocks, or do you pamper them like your firstborn? Crystals are sensitive. They do feel like any soul does, and I mean, they'll feel everything, but not in the way a human does. Obviously, we get hurt with just bumps and bruises, but crystals, you want to tend to treat them with a little bit more love than a regular rock. So, why do we as humans grieve when a soul crosses over? Do souls grieve when we take human form? Not necessarily, because the time difference between our time and heaven's time is way drastically different, just because there is no time in heaven. Technically, there's no time here, but just because we rotate around the sun, somebody put time to this. So no, it's honestly like we were gone a day or two. They don't really grieve us like we grieve them, because the time here is just a little more sluggish, a little more slower. Let's see. All this bad stuff, is it in our soul contract, or is this free will, like murder, kidnapping, and rape? Okay, Amanda, this is a really good question. The best way I can kind of help you guys understand this is every soul knows the role that they're playing. Whether it's narcissistic or an empath, you as the soul choose to learn from these aspects. A lot of souls come to Earth because it is like the hardest realm you can get through. When you do get through this realm, it's an honor. It's like you're putting on a badge. And I do put this in my book. I do talk about this a lot, that, you know, the great aspects of coming here and getting through it is amazing. So if somebody does murder, they're definitely going to learn from it. Everyone at some point in time has hurt somebody in this kind of way. Not so much murder, but definitely maybe kidnapping, or just, just not in a nice way. And eventually when you do something like this, you will learn from it, okay? When we cross over to the new earth, do we go in physical form or just the soul? As of how I know it right now, we are to cross over in our physical form, okay? Leaving everything else behind, clothes, material items, all those things. Let's see. If we get a discord from someone toxic in our lives, the discord that Melissa Ream is asking about is a healing that I perform at my shop. It's a discord that cuts the cord to a soul contract connection. So if you say, for example, have had many lives with a narcissistic, I will ask permission to cut that cord if you are no longer wanting to learn from that soul here. And there's a healing. And a lot of the times you will feel like pain in your ribs, in your chest, and in the middle of your back, okay? And sometimes after the healing, you will even feel headaches, maybe nausea, okay? Can we develop another cord with that same person within the same lifetime? I'm guessing is what she means. No, once that cord is cut, it is severed. If you keep going back, it's on your own accord. It's most likely because your soul is not done learning from that soul, and you just keep repeating. If they are toxic in this life, are they always toxic? Not necessarily. There is going to be souls that are toxic, and they just keep bringing that energy over and over again. I was being interviewed today by a radio station representative who came to the shop to interview me for an article she's writing on me. And we were kind of talking about this. And I said, you don't grab cereal and eat right in the middle of the cereal, okay? You fill the bowl up and you eat through and you eat through and you eat through, and maybe sometimes refill it. This is kind of how lives work, okay? You're taking the cereal bowl and kind of adding to it. And you don't eat the whole thing. So what's left at the bottom of the bowl comes with you, okay? So if you didn't learn the first couple times, you're gonna keep bringing it in, so you do end up learning it. Okay, let's see. How many angels do most people have, and how many angels does it take to beat darkness? Honestly, it doesn't take much to beat darkness. There's one main angel, Michael, who does that. If he needs backup, then he calls in two or three more. And that's usually on a very rare basis. You can't put a number on how many guides or angels a person has, only because of the time difference, okay? So let's say, for example, you suddenly become creative, okay? Then all of a sudden you're going to have maybe 2 or 3 creative guides, or maybe even just 1 creative guide. So that adds to your guides all of a sudden. So you can't really put a number on what you're doing throughout your life. You may have tons, like I started out with 100, I think it was 110 guides when I first started out, and now it's jacked up to 127. Okay, so again, based off what you're doing, that number is going to vary. Okay, what is the difference between galactic guides and spirit guides? Okay, galactic guides help you with your galactic side of learning. Spirit guides are going to be your day-to-day. So if you came from somewhere else, you're going to have galactic guides that guide you here on this realm, as opposed to on your normal realm that you're used to, okay? Has anyone ever gone to heaven in physical form? Like, just stop by real quick. I'm guessing you can probably consider Jesus being one of those people. And that's basically just kind of going through the veil, okay, the veil of amnesia, and being able to return back through it. Can you expand on alien abductions and haunted locations? I don't know if this can be like a Halloween show topic or if it's a pretty brief discussion. Alien abductions, okay, so when somebody's abducted, automatically the physical body is going to take that as very negative because it doesn't know what that being is, what they're there for, again, because of the amnesia effect. So you have the physical reacting that fight or flight, but the soul, once the body is detained and the soul can come forth, then it realizes, okay, they're not here to hurt me, these are my family, they're here to help me or assist me. So once the soul goes back in the physical is like, what just happened to me? And they take it immediately as negative, and that's not exactly what happened. So that's where you have all these alien abductions, and again, you're being returned. You're not being kept. So I don't really see it as an abduction. I do see it as your family pulling you and having a one-on-one because maybe you need some assistance in the physical sense. Okay. Can a spirit steal something of ours and take it to another realm? Yes. And actually, I can give you an example of this. There was a lady, her grandchildren, when she would go visit them at their house, their mom had a bowl with little marbles in it, okay? And she would gather all these marbles up and put them up so the kids wouldn't take them and swallow them. Well, after she died, these marbles suddenly went missing and were never found, because I was asked by the client, is there a way you can find these marbles? I said, you're never going to get them. She took them and kept them so the kids would not get hurt. So yes, they can do this. They can take your things and move them. They actually think it's very funny that they take your items and you have a hard time finding them. Okay. Melissa Ream asked if me and my crew were going to come out and tour Gettysburg. We can. Okay. Do you know who our children will be? Are they part of the soul contract we agree together? Mona, yes. I can help you with, obtaining that information. But within your soul contract, yes, these things are agreed upon. You don't just suddenly, it's kind of like this, guys. You have a huge buffet of things you wanted to learn. It's picking pizza rather than corn, okay, on the buffet. And if you pick pizza, then all these little paths create, okay, and it leads you to green beans or sauce or spaghetti, okay? Whereas if you picked corn, that leads you to another path. So on this buffet, it's a big map, okay, and you're picking things, and as you're picking things, it's actually making a linear path of learning. So what you choose is what is going to play out and how you're going to learn. So if you have a boyfriend and you are thinking about leaving him and things aren't going well, that thought doesn't just pop in your head. It's being presented to you through your contract by your guide saying, this is doable. You don't have to stay. If you don't want to, you can learn a different way. So if you leave, you're going to create a new path, which leads to other paths. If you stay, you're going to create that path, which leads to that path. So it's really choosing and making your path and what you're learning. Again, there not being a right or wrong. There's not a mistake or failure. It's really how you create is how you're going to learn. Do our loved ones get irritated when we don't see their signs? Not necessarily. They're going to keep trying until you do notice. So it's not really irritation. It's just kind of, they think it's funny that you're not noticing when it's so obviously in your face. If we choose what we want to learn from in our soul contract, what are we learning by losing a child or baby? Okay, Tammy Webb, this actually gets very personal with me, only because me and Justin obviously lost our son, and the learning behind that when losing a child is not supposed to be negative. It's supposed to open a type of learning. If somebody is not learning, a child comes through and the child is deemed not to stay. That soul contract is a short contract. It is deemed not to stay long, which in Leo's case was the case. And I had to kind of take a while to kind of realize this, because if he hadn't come, I wouldn't have known I had a mass in my uterus. And since that mass was there, he wasn't able to come, and he ended up in one of my tubes. So I understand that his mission was to just show up and show me this, because other than that, I wouldn't have known, and I probably would have gotten way worse with whatever this was going on, and would have gotten very sick. So they do have a specific mission. It's not wasted. A child coming through, their purpose is very, very, very important, and they're not meant to stay. Why do some people feel spirit around them intensely and others feel nothing? I usually call these people sensitives. They're more open, and their vibration is more open and higher to somebody that maybe is starting out with a few lives. They don't have enough lives under their belt to kind of understand this. So I don't like judging people for what level they're learning. Like, for example, I have siblings. I have 5 siblings, and 3 don't really get into this. They don't really talk to me. And they've chosen to stay away. Okay. And this I have to honor, because this is their learning. They don't understand what I'm teaching. They don't understand any of this. And that's okay. They don't have enough lives under their belt to really take it all in and understand it. They just think there's heaven, there's hell, and that's it. When there's a lot more going on, and you can't, and the more we get into this change, and the more that people are seeing all these changes happening, you're going to see that these closed-minded, lower learners are going to start coming to the awakened ones and starting to ask questions, because they don't understand what's happening around them, and they're getting very confused and worried. And they are going to look at the awakened ones as in, you seem to have the answers. You seem to not be worried about this stuff, and I'm worried about it. Can you help me? And I actually talk again about this in my book. What do we do in heaven on a day-to-day activity? Do we have routines? No, you don't have routines. A soul will do whatever it feels it wants to do. So let's say, for example, you have a soul, and there's no day-to-day because there's no time. So you can go do a lecture. You can sit by the water brook, which is very cool, because when it moves and the waves whoosh and swoosh, it actually plays melodies, and it's a very low toned melody. So when the water moves around, it actually plays music. It doesn't make sense to me here, but when I'm in heaven, it makes sense, because all these different instruments are playing, and they sound great together, but I don't know how it's possible. But the water has instrumental music going on, and a lot of souls are actually drawn to this area. It's very beautiful. If we get a healing from you on one thing, does it go and heal other things too? Melissa Ream says, I swear you healed more than my neck that day. Melissa Ream came in for a healing. I don't really remember, because that's my memory. I don't really remember too much. But yes, this can happen, because if you're putting healing in one spot, it's going to end up traveling to other areas that need help. It's just natural that energy is going to listen to other energy. It's not going to it's not like people, oh, you need help. Okay, well, I can't. I'm busy. I'm over here. It doesn't do that. Energy is loving, and it will help heal the other loving parts and be pulled to that area. Okay, Mandy Roman asks, artificial intelligence, let's just call it AI, how she did it. AI is becoming more and more smart and human-like. If an AI can understand complex emotions, do you acquire a soul, or are they just really good mimics? Okay, artificial intelligence. I think that this is kind of happening to kind of pull us out of electronics, to pull our phones out of our faces, and to show us that we are real and that is not real. I believe that this is happening because God is kind of just saying, you guys have to pay attention to your missions. If you're on your phones, you're not going to be able to do that. So let me create something to show you a big, huge difference between the two. And that's why people are suddenly starting to get freaked out, like, wow, they act just like us and it's creeping me out. This is why. We have to go back to being real and not this monotoned, in a rut, in a routine, in my face, on the computer, Do you guys get what I'm kind of saying here? Okay. Okay. What crystal meditations can I use to calm my dreams down? A good crystal to calm like nightmarish dreams would be a selenite, and I don't think I have oh yeah, I do. This would be a selenite. This would be a selenite with fluorite, but this is a selenite, okay? And that crystal there helps with nightmares. Now, if you're trying to calm down vivid dreams, I wouldn't necessarily try to do that, only because those dreams are there to give you messages. And if you kind of calm them down, then you're not going to get the full message. What I would suggest, though, is starting to kind of decipher your dreams. Now, I do this, I offer it on my website, and I think we have it for $10 for three analyzed dreams. I can tell you exactly. I can tell you exactly what's going on in your dream and what the message is. I can tell you if it's a past life regression that you're going through, or decipher the message if it's just a message dream. I'll be able to show you either or. But with vivid dreams, you don't want to necessarily calm them down, because there is messages there, and a lot of people wish they had vivid dreams. There's some people there that really don't dream or don't remember their dreams, and they wish they could. So if you're having vivid dreams, count yourself lucky. Christine O'Toole, if our loved ones are around us all the time, is it okay to ask them to show themselves? Absolutely. And they actually want to do this. They want you to know that they're okay. So ask them to show you signs. Ask them to flicker lights, do these things. If they don't be pushy about it. It's obviously not something maybe they can, not in their talent of bags they can do, okay? Why can't or don't guides help change bad behavior? Tammy Webb, this is because that soul is supposed to be learning from it. You can't learn good things unless you learn from bad things as well. You can't have sunshine, puppy dogs, roses, butterflies all the time. You have to have the good with the bad, and that's the whole point of why souls come here. They come here because they want to learn. Why waste your time coming here unless you're trying to elevate your soul learning? This is the Harvard of all the realms. You came here for a reason. Don't waste your time. Learn as much as you can. Let's see. Why all the drugs in the U.S.? Mona Compston. This is a good question, and I talk about this often. Drugs are hitting every area because you have souls right now that cannot handle the change and the elevated vibration that is happening right now. So you have a lot of lower souls just trying to pull themselves out of that environment, out of that energy, because they're not ready for change. They're almost kind of stomping their feet. So they're doing drugs, they're drinking a lot of alcohol, and they're trying to numb themselves so they don't feel it. And when you overdo that, then you have a soul that ends up leaving. Now, sometimes you will have heaven give them 1, 2, 3 more tries, but on the 3rd try, and you don't pass that test, they will take you back. I have yet to see a soul that went past a 3rd try of coming back here. After the 3rd try, they usually strike out. You're going back, you're getting healed up, because they basically say you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're having a hard time with this is your 3rd time crossing over with the same issue. Let's just pull you back, let's get you healed up, let's get you corrected and get you back to earth whenever you're ready after you're done healing. How much learning do we have to do? Really, Melissa, it's really up to you, okay? Is there a certain level to achieve? The level of achievement is limitless. God himself is still learning. When we see new things happening here on earth, it's usually God's learning, capability in true form. Again, artificial intelligence. These things don't get created unless God has a say-so within this agreement. Kelly Colon, do we have to come back? No, not necessarily, but heaven will try to do all it can to convince you to come back, because it's more beneficial to come back, finish out your mission, and then go back, because you're basically just going to waste your time. If you cut your lives short, you're going to have to repeat things again. So you're just going to be coming right back again. So just get it all done within this life. And when your time is ready, your time is ready. Don't try to shorten it at any time. Are you ever done learning? I don't think any of us are ever done learning. I'm one of the highest teachers in heaven, and I'm still learning. You guys teach me things every day, honestly. And it takes a big person in life to say, I'm not done learning. I need to keep going. Okay? Okay, she also says, will we reincarnate forever? No, actually, the reincarnation of this, okay, that was really weird. My camera on the radio show just kind of, I don't know, it was weird. Oh, okay, never mind, my producer did that. I was like, oh, Spirit's messing with me. Okay, so will we reincarnate forever? No, we won't reincarnate forever. There's going to be an end point for Earth where people are not going to keep coming here. Okay, Amanda Brandel, do we remember everything we learn when we come back, even though we have amnesia? Not necessarily, but like for myself, I don't have the amnesia veil attached to me. I have a partial amnesia, and that's only because I only needed a certain amount of data attached to me when I came in from the car accident. I don't need all this unnecessary data if I'm only doing this, and this on this mission from this point on, okay? However, with you guys, yeah, if you're getting pulled to a certain lifetime, if you're getting pulled to learn certain things, that is part of your soul contract. Let's say, for example, let's say I have a good example. Let's say you have a lot of people that committed suicide around you, okay? And it's a lot. And it's like the third person that committed suicide or had an overdose. This is you learning from that because of the fact that you in a past life committed suicide or overdosed. And you're seeing the after effects of suicide or overdose. And this is how you're learning, okay? This is how you're going to learn. You are going to learn after the aftermath. When somebody commits suicide, what happens after that. And it's sad. It's sad to kind of be in the middle of that energy and have to feel it full force. And that's the whole point, is to kind of make you understand that these aren't the proper ways of dealing with energy here on Earth. You have to stay. You have to try to do everything you can to feel it without any kind of medication. Everyone is so drawn to taking meds for migraines or headaches. Their first thing is to kind of cover it up instead of maybe trying to feel it. And maybe that's the whole point why the headache is hurting. Maybe you're meant to feel it and understand it. Let's see. Okay. You say if someone is in your dream that they are there. I had this long crazy dream. I only remember patches. By the end, I was in a house walking towards a door. You said something to me, and then there was a flicker, and you said it again, and then you said, oh, time glitch. You noticed it too, and then I woke up. Now, I hear this a lot about me being in people's dreams. This isn't the first time I get it. Actually, almost every day, you were in my dreams, you were in my dreams. And that's part of my mission. I am to help assist people with messages within their dreams. I'm still a guide, I'm still a teacher. Excuse me. And when you have these dreams, there's a message, and Donna got it exactly. There's a reason why she was dreaming about me, about being in my shop. And this most likely has to do with her coming to see me for, maybe her guides are leading her to come see me for a reason. So we will see how that plays out later. So tonight was just basically answering these amazing questions. You guys are so amazing with these questions, and I'm loving so many of you pulling these questions in, and I'm actually going to take some of these questions and use them next week. So I adore you guys for asking these questions. I love that you guys are even asking questions. Ask as many questions as you want. I'm going to do my best to answer them, and listen to my guides on the questions that I don't know the answers to just yet. So you can find us on thedivinemedium.com. Call the shop at 814-254-4523 to schedule in. And the shop is at 165 Village Street in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. So come on out and come see us. And this was a great night. I appreciate everything. I appreciate you guys showing up and listening to the messages, and stay tuned because we'll be on Facebook doing more questions. So yeah, we take it for another hour or two. So come on Facebook, The Divine Medium, and join in.
I went a little long there, so we had to wrap up fairly quick, but we made a smooth transition to ending that show. Good job.
Thank
Have
you.
a wonderful week. We'll do it again in 7 days.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. All right, guys, that was the show. All right, let me see what other questions we have. Oh, Tammy Webb, I wanted Justin to answer this and he left. Let me plug this back in. I don't know if he's outside or not. Okay. Jen Brandel wants to ask about Akashic Records. Now, your Akashic Records is basically the soul contract, but in a lower form of the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records is everyone's soul contract that's played out, not the other avenues of what could happen. So Kelly, he is probably resting. His grandmother was in the hospital this morning, and we just lost a good friend of ours. So we're gonna give him a little time. He'll be more uppity and happy and funny next week. I think he works next Tuesday, so it'll probably be the following Tuesday. So yeah, I love when he's on, but I'm pretty sure he's probably resting. Okay, so the Akashic Records basically is just everyone's missions that they actually played and did. Okay, so with the Akashic Records, there's a database. So let's say, for example, what are orbs? Orbs are just simply souls, honey. That's their soul. And actually, if you zoom in on an orb, you actually can see the face of the person that's occupying it. So somebody just gave me a headache. I was like, whoa. Okay, so the Akashic Records, there's a database. So when you go up to the database and you say, I want to experience Marilyn Monroe life, you can experience what she actually lived out, not all the different paths she could have taken. That's a life review. When you do a life review, you actually get to experience not only the life you did lead and the choices you did make, but all the other paths you could have taken. And it's to kind of spark this inspiration in you to want to come back and do those other avenues that you didn't get to. That's the whole point of the life review, is to learn from it in that way. Can we ever actually see our angels? Not necessarily. Angels are kind of private and inconspicuous. They have a specific role to play in your life. And sometimes, oh, thank you, Brooke. And sometimes, okay, Tina asks, what does God say about homosexuality? Okay, this is a good question. I really do want to get into that. I'm going to get back to these questions. I'm going to sum up homosexuality to you guys real quick. I am not a female. I am a male in heaven. I don't have a physical form. We don't have physical forms in heaven because none of us are procreating and making children. But our energy can take on a more masculine or a more feminine energy feel. And I'm going to be more masculine. You'll never see me wearing dresses here. And I've had so many lives that I know that just because I'm a girl doesn't mean I have to experience a life with another girl. Because I know how things work now. It's taken me thousands of centuries to get to this point. Whereas you have some souls that are just kind of starting out and they don't really know how this works. So you have these gender differences where they know deep down that they're male energy in heaven, and they came here as a female, and now they want to kind of go back to being the male. I learned from this again. You know, I'm a girl, I need to dress like one, even though sometimes I'll wear boy clothes because it just feels more comfortable. And that's the biggest thing here is you want to feel comfortable in your own skin. And sometimes if you're kind of, you know, early learning to all this, you don't feel comfortable in your skin and you try everything you can to feel comfortable. And we're in the time of life now on this earth to accept people for those changes. So now people are kind of saying, well, I don't feel comfortable as a girl, I want to be a boy. So they start dressing as a boy, and others around them accept that and they respect that about them. But in the long run, they're going to learn, you were supposed to learn as a girl. Now you're going to have to go back and learn again as a girl. I wasn't always a girl. I do come here often as a girl, and I think that was probably because I struggled with being a girl because I was so stuck to the masculine energy of everything. So you do have these transgenders, and you have the girl wanting to be with a girl, a guy being with a guy. I don't judge any of this because I know deep down these are just souls trying to understand the energy that's going on inside them. It's like the physical is battling with the soul. The soul knows what's supposed to happen and that it came here to learn as a girl or learn as a guy, but the physical is kind of like, I just don't feel comfortable with this and I'm itching my skin to get out. So, and it's okay. No one should judge those people. You just have to sit back and go, they're learning. They'll get it. Just give them time. They'll learn. Misty, I have worn long skirts, but long skirts to me are like pants. So, it's short skirts. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Let's see. Do bugs go to heaven? Yes. Bugs are a soul. God created bugs. Bugs for a reason, actually. And a soul can learn from anything. A flower, a tree, a crystal, a star in the sky, the moon. A soul can learn from any kind of avenue. Can you talk about how to manifest crystals, words to use? Okay, so if you're taking a crystal and you say you want to manifest something from it, okay, so I wear a lot of goldstone. I have it in my bra. I always keep it on me, and it's for anxiety and panic attacks, and it looks like this, okay? That's goldstone. So by me wearing it, I'm actually putting an intention of, I need you to help me with anxiety. And when I start getting anxiety, I grab it and I say to myself, I want to manifest positive energy and not negative, anxiety-ridden energy. So you rub it, and after about 10 minutes, you'll feel like everything kind of dies down, okay? What's the point of a stink bug? Yeah, you're gonna have to ask God on that one. Why did he make those? I don't know. I'm sure that if you probably Googled stink bug, what's the purpose of it, and it'll probably come up. Okay, let me see. Tessa, did you ever have panic attacks so bad that you couldn't leave the house from all the energy around you? Tessa, yeah, I actually stayed in my house for 2 years and didn't leave. Yeah, and it took an event in my life to kind of pull me out of the house and kind of confirm what I experienced in 2009 and why I was supposed to leave the house like I did. Oh, good, Misty. That's awesome. Yes, Donna, we are live now. Okay, let's see. On TV ghost shows, are there actually ghosts? Mona, if they are in real time, yes. Tessa, if you're going through that right now, that anxiety-ridden feeling, you want to talk yourself down. And the biggest person or the biggest energy that I call in is Archangel Michael. He kind of takes all of that negative energy that's around you and pulls it out. So what I would kind of want you to do is just kind of visualize yourself in this comfy, like hazel blue green bubble, and you're pushing the negative energy out of the house, and you're pushing it out the windows, and you're putting it out and up under the doors and up out under the windows. Sometimes if you have the windows open, it actually will calm you because the air is getting filtrated and moved around. Misty, if you inbox, we can actually help you with a money grid and how to make it work. Okay, so with your anxiety, you just want to call in Michael, and eventually about maybe 5 minutes, you'll start to kind of calm down, okay? Now, with seeing your angels, you don't technically see them. Now, sometimes you might see like a white swoosh, okay? Now, Michael, when he comes around me, I see him as his aura is actually an orange red. It's like this bright, bright orange red orb that flies around. And that's how I know he's around. Okay, let's see. Okay, Leanne, you're actually thinking of spirit guides. When you talk in your head to yourself, it's actually not you, it is your guides talking to you. If they would use your voice or use their voice, you'd think you were going schizophrenic. So they use your voice, okay? So guardian angels are actually technically your guides. They are there day to day helping you let that person out, open that door for that person, give that change back to someone else. These are your guides talking. Angels don't technically interfere in your life unless necessary. Let's say, for example, you're running late for work and you keep getting every red light and you keep getting behind slow people. These are angels. They're obviously preventing you from going somewhere. So don't take that out on other drivers where you're tailgating them and acting crazy trying to get to work. Take it as it is. Be late because there's obviously a reason for it. Like I have to go to court tomorrow for a guy that tailgated me almost to the point of driving me off the road. So I have to go to court tomorrow for that. Yay, that's going to be awesome for me. Yes, Sherry, when you talk to yourself, that is your guides talking to you. Okay. My guides like to sing a lot. That's the case. Joe, you crack me up. Okay. Okay, Jessica Whitlow, this again is going to be somebody's soul contract of learning. I experienced it in the past with someone that I was with, and I was not getting involved in that behavior where he wanted multiple partner. Like we would go out and he was trying to pick up multiple girls to go home with us, and I was not getting into that behavior. I actually got very violently sick in the bathroom when it was going on because it makes you feel like you're not worthy enough in that person's eyes. And it's actually the night I met Justin. Well, I didn't meet him. He came back into my life that night and was sitting right before me. But yeah, the person I was with, it's not the behavior I wanted to be around, and my soul was just purging to try to get away from it. And thank God, a couple days later, he ended up cheating on me anyway. So it kind of worked itself out, and I kind of have to thank that night when it happened because I wouldn't have the life I have now. It is amazing. The life I have now is amazing. I mean, you guys have met Justin, obviously. my life is very calm. I have a partner that completely supports me, and sometimes you have to have bad events play out so it brings you to something good in your life. You have to go through that. Okay. When does the soul enter the fetus? Is it at conception? It actually is before conception, because that soul chooses to find its way. Okay, all those sperms and everything, they're alive. They're ready to go. Those are souls that they're on the, let's say they're at the port of getting on the airplane. They're kind of waiting out for their turn to get on the plane. Okay. Okay. Okay, one day my dad was sleeping and I heard him calling out for my brother. When I go to the room, he was saying my brother's name, but his mouth was closed. I'm gonna butcher your name. I'm just gonna call you Allie. This happens because you most likely heard his soul talking. The soul and the body are two separate entities. And I would even go as far as you were telepathically hearing him. He might have not even been loud enough for anybody else to hear, but you picked up on it telepathically. When we are in heaven, we don't use these. We use our conscious, and our conscious mind communicates in heaven. This is how we communicate. We don't have physicals. We don't have mouths. We use our mind, our consciousness, to talk to one another. The brain is with the body, the mind is with the soul, two separate entities. Now, when I go and work on ICU patients, I talk to the soul, and the physical I'm communicating with as well. I'm talking to two separate entities. The soul is saying, I'm ready to go. The body's saying, I'm not ready yet. I like to call the ICU unit the resting place for the physical. Okay, it's resting through, it's making its decision. Do I want to stay? Do I want to go? Am I ready to stay? Am I ready to go? Okay. No, Lori, basically what you have is when you're having discussion, let's say for example, you're spacing out. You're actually talking to your guides, you're discussing things. Your guides are never going to tell you what to do. They will, however, give you options, okay? And you'll have many options. Maybe you'll just have one option because that's the only path that you created for yourself. So when you're talking to your guides, you're actually talking to yourself. Your guides are basically leading you on the soul contract you came up with. So if you go against those options, you're just simply going against yourself. You're the one that came up with all of this. McEmma, yes. When you hear a soul's voice talk to you or cry out to you, that is really them trying to get your attention. Again, going back to, do our loved ones get frustrated when we don't see their signs? They don't get frustrated, but they laugh when it's blatantly in your face and you aren't getting it. How do you know what our soul contracts are? Kim, it's talking to your guides and they show me what's in the contract that you need to know now. I don't go any further than what they show me. And how do you get clear with those contracts in this life? I don't understand your second question. How do we get clear? I'm not understanding that. Please share what you know about RJ Razio. I hear him call my name while meditating. Now, Karen McDuffie, this angel may be trying to call out to you for a specific reason. Raziel, he is creative. He likes design. He likes order. There might be something in your life that he's trying to get your attention with, that maybe you need some creativity or you need some design or order or some designing order in your life right now, that he's in your meditation going, you need to concentrate on this part of your life as opposed to this part of your life, okay? And he can intervene, because if it's something that your guides can't seem to get through, an angel will intervene to try to get that message. It goes right back to the angel coming and telling Mary that she was pregnant, okay? Gene, yes, this would be him. Again, going back to the signs being blatantly put into your face. When you see a sign, the first person you think of is the one showing you that sign. Okay, let me see here. Again, Melanie, going back to what I just said on the radio station with suicides and overdoses, if you have a lot of people committing suicide or having overdoses and not surviving, this all at 99% of the time means that you had a past life where you did this, and now you're reaping the information of what happens after this happens. So you're trying to understand, okay, in a past life I overdosed, but I didn't really get to feel what happens after this happens. So now you're actually in it, you're in the book, you're in the story, you're experiencing the story for yourself to see how this plays out after the fact. Okay. I don't do Akashic records, I do soul contracts, and it's very, very similar. Because the Akashic records is the life you played out already. With the soul contracts, I'm being able to show the life you're playing out, but also the other paths that are before you that you can take. So it's actually a little bit more detailed. I don't believe I chose this life. I feel like I went wrong somewhere, took a wrong path. Misty, no, you chose this life or you wouldn't be here at all. You came here, you volunteered to learn. If your life isn't going the way you feel it should, because again, you cannot have puppy dogs, flowers, butterflies. You have to have hard stuff. Here's what I'm going to tell people, or tell you guys. If your life is cushy and peachy cream, you're wasting your time. Honest to God, you're wasting your time. Yeah, I have a good life with Justin, but I have my trials. I'm exhausted. I haven't done readings in 2 weeks because I can't get myself to do it right now. I need to get myself motivated and positive energy within me. But I've had to be dealing with a lot of things right now, and this isn't peachy and sunshine for me. This is me having a trial, me having some, energy I have to deal with before I start going back and doing readings again. McEmma, yes, I do readings overseas. I do readings all over the world. They're done online. But again, going back to Misty, honestly, if you don't, and I tell people all this time, if you don't like your life or how it's playing out, it's not a mistake, it's not a failure, it's how you're choosing. So if you don't like something, choose something else. You have that ability to choose for yourself. You don't have to be stuck. If you make up excuses to be stuck, that's going to be on you. It's not going to be on anybody else. You're the one choosing, so you're going to be the one learning. Okay? No one else is going to learn from your choices. Do all souls look the same in heaven, even if their soul was born as another race like you? We don't, again, take our physical bodies. We are light energies, and it's called a recognition of soul. So it's a recognition of the light energies. You just know what soul that is and who they are, what their background is, what their past lives were, what are they learning, what did they just learn, what are they going to learn. You'll know every one of these things. Ooh. Okay. Okay, is there a possibility that no matter what, everything is unfolding as it should? Yes, exactly. Because you're not going to just get thrown onto earth and be like, okay, good luck with that. Okay, you have to have a backup plan. It's like throwing somebody into a surgery and they don't have the college education of how to even do a surgery. You have to have a backup plan. You don't just get thrown here. So when you do have a backup plan, it has to flow with everyone and everything around it. That's why 99% of the time, if you ask a guide if they would do this kind of job again, they won't do it. They describe it as very tedious, very detailed, very hard, because one little change in your soul contract, because you can change certain things in your soul contract, has to be verified by the elders first, so that they can make sure that everybody's contract around you won't get drastically affected. So let's say, for example, you're having a really hard breakup, you're having a really hard time, and your mind isn't thinking straight. Now, your guide can go to the council and say, I'm having a lot of problems with my charge. My soul is having a really hard time. Is there a way we can alleviate some of this pain that she's going through? And the elders will have to go through all the different contracts that are in association to that soul to make sure it's not going to affect everybody like a domino effect and whack everybody out of their missions. And then they give a yes or no, okay? Okay, I know you went through a recent sudden loss of a dear friend. Did his soul contract you to let you know he is okay? Did you sense anything before you were officially notified? Yes, I was feeling more things coming from his girlfriend rather than him. Because I'm closer to her than I was with him. I started out being really close to him, but then me and her developed a friendship and I got really close with her. And I started seeing things with her, but it was actually him coming through her, because that's how close they were. They were very close tied. And I'm just gonna basically put it like this. I hadn't slept in 4 nights from his passing. I got some sleep last night, thank God. It was the weirdest thing. I came home at 5, passed out, which I never do, and I woke back up at 9:30 and started working on my book because I couldn't go back to sleep. For me to just kind of pass out in the midday like that is not like me, so I was exhausted. And he was doing this whole pacing back and forth, up and down the bedroom. Now, he doesn't see my bedroom. He's in a state of trying to understand his soul contract, so he was kind of doing this movement of reviewing it, and I knew what he was doing. And Justin actually told me the next day, I told him, I said, Zara just had me up all night, just pacing the room. And he said, yeah, I know, I sensed him in there because I sat straight up and couldn't breathe, and that's kind of how he passed. To answer your question, he is communicating with me now after the fact, on and off, throughout this whole ordeal. And I was able to actually help Justin on certain parts of those days. Justin's not really open to this. He doesn't really like to talk. He doesn't really understand it. But if I say something and he listens, then it's a good day. and I think that I helped him on the one good day with the certain things I was saying to him about them having past lives, and he will see him again. Every single one of his friends that miss him now will see him again. I promise you that. You will see your loved one. There's a reason why you do. And he'll have more lives with him. This isn't the last one. So I think it kind of helped him see how this all works. How soon does a loved one communicate with me after they passed? I talk to ICU patients, so I talk to them as they're passing. There is no time frame for me. I don't know where people get that. Maybe there's some readers out there that need a time frame, but I don't. I can talk to them as they're passing. I can walk you through what they're seeing, who's embracing them, what they're doing now. I actually go to funerals and write out everything they're saying at the funeral. When you are a walk-in and start to vibrate too much for this place, can you do something to help? I have them trying to help in my sleep, but the hum is hard to take in my ears. Donata, if you ask them to calm down the hum, they might be able to do that. If you're not asking, they can't intervene on your learning. If you guys ask for help, then they can help you. If you're just sitting around trying to do it yourself, they're not going to intervene. This is your free will. So they obviously assume your free will wants to learn this way. So if you don't ask, they can't help. They can't intervene on a free will contract. Okay, Tiffany, you're welcome. is the next plan just another step in our evolution? We seem to really cling to this reality, and we're fearful of the transition to the next plane. It's not another step to an evolution. It's just going back and reviewing what you learned and seeing what you missed in your learning, and then putting what you missed in your learning into the next soul contract when you come back again. And that's the whole soul contract, you seeing this path that you took, but all the other different paths that you could be taking. When you see all these other paths, you get inspired and excited to want to come back and do those learning pieces that you missed out on. Yeah, or Kay, I do that, yeah. I came on to see if Christina was on right away for some support. Oh, you're welcome, Ann. Yes, I am live now, Ann. Oh, yeah, Donata, energy can do whatever it wants. And that's why I get a lot of people, sorry, my nose right. Not picking my nose. I get a lot of people that ask me, well, how does this whole online thing work then? Like they think that they have to see me while I do the reading, and no. I'm not even looking at you anyway. I'm actually and I just told this to Wendy, the interviewer today. I was just I type away. I'm not even looking, because she's like, you type really fast. I go, yeah, it's years of doing readings online, and I don't even look half the time because I'm listening. I'm doing that. Energy goes where it's being called. So I can do the readings online without even having to do video, phone, nothing. And why I like this way of doing it is because it's transcripted and you get to see things. And I get a lot of people going, oh, I went back and read my reading and I forgot you said this. I didn't even see that you said this. Can I ask on this? And yeah, you can. Tammy, there is no soul contract that leaves heaven that God does not know about. Donata says, I like the online readings. They are fun. I do like them. And I just started doing the aura colored readings, the aura vibration readings. I did them for 2 people and they really seemed to like it. The one girl was kind of like, wow, this is really detailed and complicated. So she was asking me a lot of questions and I'm like, trying to simplify it for her. But yeah, the aura reading is very detailed, very complex. So if you don't understand what's coming through from your guides based off your aura colors and your chakra energy colors, then just ask me and I'll simplify it. Jerry, no, technically there isn't. However, a soul can create a hell type environment when they cross over. It's kind of like this. Let me put it this way. Say, for example, you have an atheist, a true atheist, okay? Not one of these, oh, I'm an atheist, and really deep down, they do believe, okay? Because they're going to go back and see heaven. But you have a soul that is very atheist. So when they pass, they're going to put themselves in nothing, okay? Until so many years, quote unquote, pass that they say, I've been here a while, there's gotta be more than this. Like seriously, there's gotta be more than this. And then all of a sudden a tree appears or the light of God appears and they start seeing souls walking around. And then they get this all knowing of, holy crap, there is more. Like this is heaven. Where the hell have I been this whole time? It's just like somebody that commits suicide. If there's souls that commit suicide and they go right to heaven, they put themselves in heaven. Because I know one soul, she shot herself right through the chest and went right to heaven and talked to her mom. And her mom said, get the hell back there. You're not done. And she sat in front of me during a reading and told me this and showed me her scar. There are suicides that will put themselves in this repeated life review of what they did, okay? Yeah, James, kind of like here a little bit, yeah. You go to plateau, which is another word for the hall of knowledge or the corridor of knowledge, where you are kind of going over your life review and you kind of create the hall of knowledge to what you want it to look like. So let's say, for example, somebody's very Bible thumper, very religious, and they expect to see the pearly gates. They are going to put themselves in an area where there's the pearly gates and there's St. Peter, and then eventually real heaven shows itself, okay? But a soul has to get to that point. They have to understand that heaven isn't really heaven, okay? You have a lot of these souls that passed over and crossed over, like myself, that kind of put themselves in a comfort area. They put themselves in a comfort area where they feel they deserve to be, and then eventually real heaven will show itself to them. And then it's this all-knowing that, oh, that was something I learned on earth. Like, that's not even going on here. Like, there's no desk that says, hey, Catholic this way, okay? There's no religion in heaven. That is something that was created here, and if a soul truly believes that that's what's going on, they're going to create that, okay? Okay. And some of you might feel like you're still in plateau. Yeah, I mean, you can create that in your life, but again, remember, you're creating that. So if you came from a creator and he created all this, just imagine what you could possibly be creating that you are keeping yourself from creating. If you're Debbie Downer and grumpy and, oh, woe is me, this happened to me, you're creating that energy. It's kind of like, let's say, for example, somebody's walking down the street and they look shady. Okay, you probably can tell they are into drugs and they didn't get themselves into some good stuff, and they're walking right towards you, and you get this feeling over you, and you're not even near them yet of, I need to go on the other side of the road. So you cross the road and go on the other side of the sidewalk. That's how bad that person is pushing that energy out. What you push out is what others are going to feel. So if you don't like what you're experiencing, change it up. Okay, everyone loses loved ones. I've lost the closest ones to me. But I know that I have to keep going. I have to keep learning. You can't let that stop you from learning, because eventually when you die, you're going to see them again. So why waste your time wallowing because they chose to go before you, and halt your learning back when you're not learning, and you're just gonna have to come back and learn it again. Why waste your time? Miss them, but keep moving forward. Don't hold yourself in what I call the soul's desert, okay? Don't hold yourself in this area. And this is actually a part of my book, and I'm going to kind of read a little bit to you. Okay, hold on real quick. Let me find it. Okay, hold on. Still trying to find it. I wrote like a lot of pages last night. Okay. Okay. All right, you will experience a stale solitude, which is sometimes called a soul's vacant period or a desert, okay? Carrie, you have to remember, just because your husband played a role here as your husband doesn't mean he continues that role in heaven, okay? You have multiple lives that you go through, and just because he was a husband here doesn't mean in a past life he wasn't your dad or a brother. These don't stick to us, okay, in heaven. When you cross over and you see your husband, you're going to see not only your husband, but all the past lives he had with you. Those rules change, okay? The name of my book is In the Beginning Without, wait, hold on, let me go back. A Beginning with No End. I almost forgot what I named it. Okay. You will experience a stale solitude, which is sometimes called a soul's vacant period. During this time, your soul will call upon the galactic traveling teacher, me. Just like many who endure anguish, the galactic teacher does as well, and sometimes even endures more adversity than most because of who they are. I am one of these galactic teachers who volunteered to come to Earth to assist in the changes to come. Souls are now going through a stale depression that has them feeling alone and confused, a soul's own pity party that then spirals out of control. Once a soul endures this energy and wants to finally get out of the rut, it desperately cries out for the galactic teacher. Hi, welcome to the live feed. To show their presence in their lives. This will then have a miraculous experience to where the soul just stumbles upon the teacher's information, or the teacher finds them in a mysterious way or circumstance. And I often see viewers on the live feeds or email explain how they came across finding me, how they mysteriously found or stumbled upon my videos, website, or information. This is all divine spiritual intervention and in divine spiritual timing, according to the soul's acceptance of wanting change at a certain time in their life. All I can do is give you the information. What you do with it from that point on is up to you. Okay? All I can do is just be the vessel of all the information I know. Thank you, Anne. Carrie, my book is not yet out. I'm still writing it. Actually, I'm letting you guys read some of it as I talk. I don't want to give too much away, but I got a lot of it done last night. So yes, Shelly, exactly. Chelsea says, I have no idea how I found you. And we hear that so many times. Yvonne was just telling me a story about a girl that called into the shop, and she said, I was just scrolling Facebook and I don't get into the spiritual stuff, but Christina was right there on my wall and I didn't know how she even got there. And I clicked and started listening, and I guess she was calling in to get a scheduling. So it's a little weird. Rosemary, honestly, you try to take what I'm teaching, try to use crystals that I teach you guys about. The crystals are God's medicine. Medicine itself is just a cycling. Let's say, for example, you have a headache, you get migraines, you're on a migraine medicine, and you keep getting migraines because the medicine is supposed to cure you or help you, and it isn't, because it's cycling, okay? It covers it up, and it actually is giving you more headaches, so it keeps you coming back to buying it and buying it and buying it, okay? Crystals don't do that. This is God's medicine. He put it into earth for us to use. Same thing with plants, okay? Everybody's talking about this cannabis oil. God gave us these plants and oils to benefit our bodies, okay? And I have watched a young boy with cystic fibrosis not be able to move his joints, and all of a sudden is a regular boy with this oil. You can't abuse these plants, but you can use these plants. Do you see the difference? Now with crystals, okay, for example, the goldstone, but you also have things like fluorite. So if maybe you're having trouble focusing or being creative, you can get a fluorite and it'll help you pull that creativity to the surface and help you focus, especially if you're taking tests. So, and Misty, it's not about changing your contract. You don't want to change your contract. You just want to kind of push out more of a positive energy and understand that all these bad things that may have happened to you happened for a reason. It's happening because you're trying to learn from them. I've had the worst things happen to me, okay? The worst stuff. And it's still happening to me. Things that I had let go of 5 years from now popped up over the weekend, and I'm like, what? I forgot about that 5 years ago. Why is it coming to the surface again? Because that other person can't let go. And they're creating negativity and drama. And I've let go of it a long time ago. But apparently they can't get themselves over it. So again, it's you creating this energy. You either create good or you create bad. Okay? And you can create good. And I hear this a lot, Sheila, that, you know, people are just in this low state of mind. And usually when this happens, a teacher shows up. So take what I'm teaching, listen to the words I'm trying to show you, see it for yourself. Just try little bits every day. Maybe try one crystal. Let's say you're having anxiety attacks, or no, better yet, you're depressed. Take a smoky quartz, put it in water, wait 10 minutes, and drink it. Let me make sure on my website that I just want to make sure that smoky quartz isn't toxic. I have a list on the crystalcovespa.com. If you go to the crystal tab and then click the yellow word toxic, it'll take you to a list of toxic crystals you don't want to put in water, okay? It can make you very, very sick. So let me go to the toxic list. I just want to look up smoky quartz real quick. Nope, it's not there. Okay, so you can put smoky quartz in water, use it like a vitamin. Put it in there every day, wait 10 minutes, and drink the water. You can do this multiple times a day. You don't have to use it one day. Like my shungite, okay? If I don't use my shungite, let's say I don't use it for 2 days, I will be so sick to my stomach. Once I use it again, I'm good for like 3-4 days. Okay, shungite is amazing. It detoxes any bad bacteria or anything bad going on in your body. Okay, let me see. Can you be raw? No, Mary, you can't have raw stones around you, but you do not want to put them in your water. Let me show you what raw and tumbled is, okay? Okay, so this is tumbled. See how it's nice and smooth and soft? This is raw. You do not want to put something like this in your water. It will make you very sick, okay? If you keep seeing the number 11, 111, 911, 1011, 111, this means keep your mind positive. Oh, good, Angela. That's awesome. Yeah, share that toxic list. Yeah, share it with your friends. Make sure they're not ingesting any of these stones because it can be very bad for them. And I keep trying to update it. Yeah, smoky quartz is really, really great for, let me pull my other list up here. Is that it? No, that's not it. Yeah, it's very, very good to have around you while you're through a depression. Let me find I have a glossary of elements with crystals. Let me just, okay, so let's look up depression, guys, and see what other crystals we could put. Okay, ametrine, amber, citrine, smoky quartz, rutilated quartz, sunstone. You can't put sunstone in water, okay? Kunzite, you can't put kunzite in water either. Let me see what these other ones. Ametrine, you can put ametrine in. Ametrine is just amethyst and citrine. So if you didn't want to do amethyst and separate with citrine, because citrine is one of them, and you can drink citrine. Let me see garnet real quick. I don't think, nope, you can't drink garnet. Rutilated quartz is fine because quartz is quartz. But ametrine is basically citrine and amethyst. It's great. It's both crystals in one. Sheena, just over the years, I just noticed some crystals don't like to be with other crystals, and it's usually the light and the dark, okay? It's basically what you have here. I'm gonna put my feet down because my leg's killing me. Basically what you have here is a dark and a light. Your upper and your downer. These are your medicines. These are your uppers, these are your downers. These are grounding, these are hyper positive uppities, okay? So sometimes the crystals will jump around in the trough, and I know it's the dark ones trying to get away from the light ones. Inflammation, let's look up inflammation on my list. Fluorite, moss agate, copper, danbarite, and emerald. Let me look up fluorite. Fluorite, you cannot drink. I gotta put more on that list because I'm not getting a good feeling on copper. Yeah, you can't drink copper, you can't drink emerald, moss agate. Let me look up emerald. See, there should be more on that list. I'm not getting a good feeling on drinking any of those. I would just keep them on you. You're welcome, Sheena. Tina, there's so many books I have to write. Let me just get this one book out first, and then we'll talk. Okay. Stupid nose ring keeps moving. I didn't say anything, Chelsea, I didn't say anything about testing anxiety, but I did say you can use Goldstone for anxiety, okay? And, yeah, okay. Is Celestia an upper? Because I had, yes, it is. You pull in Angels, that's white light, that's bright light, that's love light. Yes, this is an upper. Angelite is another word for it. Tourmaline is a protective stone. That's going to be one of your downers because it's ridding negativity, it's grounding you, it's centering you, okay? What's a good stone to keep you positive? Citrine, carnelian, these kind, okay? Let's see. Love stone would be rose quartz. That's a good one. You can even go as far as having like green aventurine, okay? Amazonite, aquamarine. Here is a citrine. This is an ametrine. This is citrine and amethyst. See how it has the orange pieces in it, or the yellowy orangey pieces? That's an ametrine. Is lapis a downer? No. It's in between. Let's go in between. It's supposed to calm and make you happy. So it could be a downer because it calms you, but it can be an upper because it makes you happy. So it's kind of an in-between. Are the different colors of Goldstone good for different things? No, honestly, it's just the preference of color. Do you like blue or do you like gold? I really gotta, like, this isn't an upper or downer either. This actually gets rid of any kind of cramping, especially menstrual cramping. This is a good one. This is called argonite. Don't want to go drinking this because it's raw. But this is a great stone for just getting rid of anything with cramps. Now, if you have leg cramping, like restless leg syndrome, I have it really bad. I don't have a really good selenite to show you, but this is a selenite, and I would put something like this in between my legs. Now, I have a tower, and I don't have one here. I do have one. Let's see if I can show you guys. See it there? That's a tower, a lit up tower, okay? That's one of my towers. And that tower, actually a smaller version of that, is in between my box spring and mattress where my legs are. So I'm not moving it around in bed. Okay. Honestly, Daisya, if you go to thedivinemedium.com, there's a free gift. If you click the free gift, there's a free meditation. You can use this meditation to kind of start out. I actually walk you right to your guides. This is a form of quantum hypnosis. You're not being hypnotized, but it's a form of quantum hypnosis. Your upper, higher self is going and meeting your guides, and you will get to see what they look like, what their names are, things like this. Arthritis is Goldstone as well, but I'm sure there's more than that. Let me look up arthritis. But that meditation is very, very good to start out with meditation. I can put down anybody with this meditation. Arthritis, calcite, chrysocolla, red goldstone, and snowflake obsidian. Now, you don't want to keep obsidian around you for too long because it will throw you right into a depression. Let me look up calcite and chrysocolla, make sure. Chrysocolla you cannot drink. Okay, and that's it. I have all of these stones in my in the website. Yes, crystalcovespa.com. There is ones that we're putting up that are new. Now, if you go to the website and you have an Apple device, sometimes the meditation won't download for you. So Kelly Mason, she just posted the link to that meditation. So click that link and it'll take you to the meditation. Goldstone, from what I gather, yes, it is man-made, but I'm going to tell you, I don't care if it's man-made or not. This little puppy that's in my bra knocks me right down from an anxiety attack so fast, faster than anything on this earth. So I trust it. Well, the thing is, Debbie, I mentor a lot of kids with abilities, and actually I will be talking in my book. We're actually making a comic book, sort of a comic book for kids with abilities, and there'll be a plushie doll, and there's a little thing that goes here around the plushie doll head, which the plushie doll is me, and they can change out their crystals. So let's say I do a comic book on amethyst. With that book will come an amethyst, and they can just magnetize, click it into the little piece on their plushie doll, and then that amethyst is helping them while they walk around with it. So the comic book's really cool. But yes, I talk about my, the childhood experience, memories that I have of growing up with the abilities and what was endured during that time. How do you help kids with autism? You don't. They are the angels that are here for us. You have to embrace and love them. They are amazing. Okay, April, your third eye is not closed. Your chakras are never closed, because if they were closed, you'd be fucked. Okay, just check out, you're done. All right, so they're spinning because if they were closed, you'd be a mess, a true mess. Okay, you just put you in the hospital. Wacky doos. Okay, so no, it's just kind of maybe raising that vibration, but you don't want to raise it too much so it's overactive, so that maybe you're overthinking. Okay, when you have an overactive or a high speeding, high vibrational chakra, you're causing things in your life that you don't need to. Now when it's slower, you're not eating or you're not thinking at all. So it's getting it balanced and in the middle. And you can do that by keeping, I actually have chakra stones lined up in between my box spring and mattress. So let's say, for example, let me try to find crystals that I can kind of show you how this works. Okay, so let's say I have this on my mattress. This would be where the top of my head would be. So maybe I would have it kind of here or here, okay? And then the next one, just give it a little bit of space and put it here on your mattress. So basically, this is how it will look on your mattress, but below your head, obviously. And then you have it lined up in your box spring and mattress. And so while you're sleeping, you're aligning, okay? And then let's say you have your throat chakra here, okay? And then you have your heart one here, okay? So you space it out with how long your body is, okay? Sheila, you would have to get an evaluation done first to see what gifts you have. And then we would take the mentoring from that point on. You can heal your pets, yes. Automatically everyone has some kind of healing in their system, in their bodies. Because what happens when your child hits themselves or scrapes a knee, the mother automatically goes like this and puts it over their knee. This is an automatic, I can heal, okay? Okay, let me see. Patty says more, please. What do you want to learn, Patty? I gotta go to bed soon. I gotta go to court tomorrow. Yay. Moldavite crystals are very high frequency. I actually had a client that had two in her hand and had one in this hand, and she hasn't had headaches, and I believe it was Kelly Cooper, or Kelly Coon. hadn't had a headache in years, and she started getting one. That's how high vibrational they are. If you have a crystal that's pretty high vibrational, you can use it for 2 hours a day and then put it away for a while and then bring it back out. Work your way up to its vibration. Yes, Karen, they can. So do pendulums really give you answers or just what you want it to be? No, Sandy, they can give you answers. Yeah. Yeah, they can give you answers. CrystalCoveSpa.com, all one word. Yes, it is. CrystalCoveSpa.com. Yes. What was somebody asking before that? Hold on. Anger. Let's look at that one. Okay. Let me look up anger. Okay, you have amethyst, argonite. Remember I said argonite? Amethyst, bloodstone, calcite, chariot, citrine, hallett, lamar. Let me unplug this because this was for the radio show. Let me bring my trough over here. A bunch of pendulums. All right. Oh my God, this thing's heavy. Okay, so let's see. Argonite. You got to see argonite. Let me pull some of these wands out. A ton of wands. Wands are so awesome. I love them. Okay. Let's see what we got in here. Yay. It's a lot of crystals. Okay, it's a bloodstone. Let me see. Another time I said garnet. That's what garnet looks like. It looks kind of crackled, but it's shiny. Okay. So anger, you've got amethyst. And I still have an amethyst somewhere in here. Actually, I could just show you right here. These are little ones for a grid, but this is what amethyst kind of looks like. And I have better ones, but that's a little one for a grid. See, I have the grid back there. That's a little one. Okay, amethyst. The store is the Divine Medium. Then you got fluorite, but I'm trying to find bloodstone so I could show it to you guys. That's ametrine. I don't know if I have a bloodstone. Jeez, that scared me. Here is a citrine for anger. Let me see if you can drink it. Yes. Blue hallett. I know I have one of those in here. Oh, here's a bloodstone. Found it. It's like a green with like red specks in it. Like little red specks. Okay. What was I looking for? Bloodstone. Or no, not bloodstone. Blue hallett. Oh, I know I have one of those in here. It's one of my favorite stones. I need a bigger trough. This is crazy. Oh, here it is. Okay, so here's your blue hallett. You don't want to go drinking that. Chariot, I probably don't have. I do have a ton. You can almost tell what crystals I love. I have a lot of fluorites, a lot of goldstone, a lot of clear quartz, and a lot of aragonite. Some people call it aragonite. All right. I know somebody on the live feed definitely has shoulder pain right there because I could feel it and it hurts. Very painful. Very painful. Get an amethyst, woman. It will help with the pain. Drink it. Drink the amethyst. It will help you. It's very painful. All right. Yeah, on the crystal website, guys, crystalcovespa.com, you actually get to see what the crystal looks like, and then there's a description of what the crystal does. So it's all there, okay? Heart, let's see. Let me see what we got with heart. Heart problems. Heart, apophyllite. Apophyllite. Okay. Chrysoprase, green calcite, moldavite, rose quartz, peridot. So basically anything pink or peach or green, okay? Because apophyllite, it has green and it has peach in it. Sometimes it has pink. Tanzanite, peridot. Peridot is green, rose quartz is pink right here. Rose quartz, you guys, I don't know if you can see it's pink. Let me turn this light on. Pink. Okay. No, I don't think that that's why you're angry. Now, you can look up moldavite and see what like the aspects it carries. When you first hold it, it can have a sensation of heat or warm up in your hand. It does work on your heart chakra. Now, what it does is release emotions. So if you dealt with things in your life that you didn't face, and maybe the moldavite's bringing that to the surface, you could be getting angry from releasing those emotions to the surface. Now, that could happen. From worrying all the time, that's gonna be mookaite. Mookaite calms your mind. Now let me see if there's any other ones for the mind, but mookaite's gonna be a big one. Okay, for worry, let me look. If there's nothing on worry. I guess I have to redo that. Here's a good one, guys. If you're around people that manipulate, because I know one person and it came up again. I haven't seen this person in 5 years and that energy came to the surface. If you keep fluorite, calcite, or selenite on you, it will help detour manipulation. Great stones to keep on you when you are around a narcissist. Confidence, oh my gosh, fluorite is a great one for confidence. Let me see what other ones I wrote. That's the go-to one that I go to. Okay, carnelian. This is a carnelian. It's very pretty. Chrysocolla. I just went over here. Okay, chrysocolla. It's very bright. Fluorite, hematite, labradorite, lapis lazuli, black onyx, lamar, and rose quartz. So basically your green, your bright green, not just your low greens. Like this would be like a low green. I'm talking bright greens and blues. Any color with blue is great for using your voice, which would be confidence, giving you confidence, okay? Josephine, then that's a good stone to get. Those are the stones to get for manipulation. I know I will be keeping that on me until that energy dies down. Fluorite, calcite, selenite. I do a lot of tons of fluorite. Okay, dementia, let me look. I am just starting now to work with dementia patients. Iron pyrite, so pyrite, orange calcite, and fluorite will help with that. Josephine. Selenite is definitely a high vibrational stone. So selenite's great. I used to do fluorite when I started out my readings. I did have selenite at one point, but then I didn't really need it. Fluorite kind of kept me focused on listening better. So it did help when I was starting out actually doing readings. I've always taught, but doing readings was the next level. Rupider, yeah. Okay, guys. This is the live feed, Lisa, yes, but we are going to be closing it down. Let me look up thyroid, because I know a lot of people deal with thyroid issue. So let me look up thyroid for you. Angelite. I did not know that because I don't really You know, I've been making lists slowly here and there, but Angelite is great for that. Okay, menopause. Menopause is going to be lepidolite, lapis lazuli, and orange calcite. I do have lapis lazuli, and lepidolite right here. It's kind of black and pink, okay? Or no, that's ronodite. Sorry guys, lepidolite, I don't know. I think I have to dig. I'm gonna have to organize my crystals. You're welcome, Jen. Labradorite is a great stone for elevating your gifts, hearing your guides better. Ooh, hot flashes, that's a good one. I don't even know if that's on my list. No, it's not. I'm gonna have to do one on that one. Yeah, I don't have it on that one. Okay, guys. Thank you for everything. If I didn't get to everybody's questions, I apologize. I only have so much time and there's so many of you. Is there an orange selenite? Yes, there is, and I sell it in my shop. We have it in hearts. It's really cute. You guys have been awesome. We're going to be doing a shopping spree this week. We just had a lot of things going on, so I need to make sure that we can either do it Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure just yet. So I will be checking in on that, and we will post when we do the shopping spree. The shopping spree, guys, I'm not kidding, is the best way to get your orders in without getting a lot of shipping, because on the website, the website's set up by items. So let's say, for example, you order something and it's $8 shipping, and then you add like 2 or 3 or 4 items, the shipping goes up, I think, by $2. Whereas if you're doing the shopping spree and you're getting all your stuff in your order, you save on shipping. It's drastic. Like your shipping's like $5 and up. It's really cheap. Even overseas, the amount. Like I think I just shipped to Canada for like $8 or something. So we pay the difference if it's higher, so don't worry about that. But to our overseas clients, join the shopping spree. Don't be afraid to order. We'll get it to you. Don't worry about that. But we will post when the shopping spree goes live, and it's crystals, tons of crystals. All these big crystals you see, we sell them. I don't sell chintzy little, I ship all over, Brita. We don't do chintzy little, if we sell these little chintzy ones, it's only for grids. Other than that, you're getting big pieces. Every piece is hand-picked by me and infused with healing, not Reiki healing, my healing, which is through Jesus, who I learned from. Yes, all these big pieces. Let me show you another one. This is crocodile jasper. That's how big your piece is gonna be. Look at this. Look at that, palm size, okay? I've never heard anybody yet tell me that they didn't like the crystals from the shop, but they did show me, or they did tell me how peaceful they are. So they do work. We do even sell the big puffy hearts, and we have really big labradorite ones that are really cool. So you guys go on the website. If something jumps out at you, make a list, wait for the shopping spree. And we also sell stuff on the shopping spree that isn't on the website. Like things like this are on the website. This is a big gold stone, okay, and I think it's 32 in the shop. We even sell pieces like this. We just got some of these pieces in. Let me turn this light on and I'll show you. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's so sparkly. That's a Brazilian quartz. We have this in the shop, ready to go, ready to sell. And I took one for myself. And we even have angelite pieces that kind of look like this. This is an angelite. It's very blue. You can't tell on the camera, but very blue, okay? So pieces like that we'll sell. We even have that in the shop, okay? Pyramids. We have pyramids. This is a very big rose quartz. Look at that, very big. We have pieces like this in the shop. So, and I usually use them for grids. So The website is crystalcovespa.com. If you're trying to get scheduled in or kind of want to learn about me, it's thedivinemedium.com. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go snuggles with Justin because I missed him all day. So, all right, guys, I love you. Love you. Thank you for coming to see me. You guys cheered me up. I had a kind of boring, rough day today, but you guys cheered me up. So thank you for coming. I appreciate you guys joining and following. Share the video. Show everybody what they're missing. Spread the message. All right, you guys are my disciples. Go out. Do as I do. All right, love you guys. Bye.